At a time when newspaper subscriptions are sliding, publishers are trying to find new ways and new markets in order to grow. The Oregonian is heading south and going international to reach an underserved audience right in its own backyard, Latinos. Starting Friday, a new Spanish-language paper hits newsstands, a cross between Sports Illustrated and Entertainment Weekly.
CANCHA means playing field.
And it's on that playing field the Oregonian is now part of the game.
It's much different than any other product in the market.
Brad Harmon is the Director of Sales and Marketing for the Oregonian. He says CANCHA, like most niche papers, will be free, and it will be a tabloid, fold-out format.
Very colorful, dynamic, lots of graphics, and really speaks to the community, I think, at large.
And that community's getting larger here. The Hispanic population is up 43% since 2001.
But percentage-wise, it is the fastest growing part of the market.
But the new paper will compete for customers and advertisers for already more established papers, including the Latin News, which has been on the streets now for 12 years.
Yeah, it could also help.
Publisher Sandro Liu went so far as to welcome CANCHA in a recent edition of the Latin News.
More information, more services, and it's showing that Oregon is starting to recognize the Latino community, the impact on that.
Most of CANCHA's content and sex appeal comes directly from south of the border.
We're looking at sports as a heavy piece of content. Entertainment is very important, from soap opera stars to musicians.
About 2 pages will be devoted to local news and events, and another 10 pages for classified ads.
We have the experience of 2 big giants, the Oregonian and the Grupo Reforma, which is the largest and biggest in Mexico.
Grupo Reforma is considered by many to be the New York Times of Mexico. All local content prepared here is sent electronically to Mexico for placement in the paper and then sent back to Portland for printing. Some 20,000 copies of the paper will be published weekly and distributed in street boxes and in stores at 500 locations.
This will be one way we will grow in readership and also in revenues.
CANCHA has been about a year in the making. It will debut this Friday in time for the weekend celebration of Mexico's Independence Day, September 16th. Also in Your Money, Your Business, consumers kept charging at a rapid pace in July, even as overall borrowing slowed. Overall, the Federal Reserve reports consumer credit rose at an annual rate of 3.7% in July, down from a 5.9% growth rate in June. Disney now plans to develop its own independent testing for toys that use its characters. The tests involve more than 65,000 toys from about 2,000 different vendors. Testing starts in 2 weeks. Testers will make random checks for lead paint and other safety issues. It follows several recalls by Mattel and the RC2 company, which sells Thomas & Friends. Apple's celebrating a milestone. It's now sold 1 million iPhones. This comes just 74 days after introducing the internet-ready cell phone and music player. Apple recently cut iPhone prices and wants to sell, guess what, 10 million of them by the end of 2008.